Hello, my friends. At the same time here, today. And today I'm going to talk to you, my friends, about something very important that I have here. I pick up this topic because I think it is very important when people are learning language as a self-taught. And the topic that I pick up here in order to expose my ideas is how reading in a foreign language works. So, first of all, I wanna give my point of view about it, talking about how to read in a foreign language, and I have here a book that I like to read in English, and I wanna demonstrate how I do my process on reading in a foreign language, and I think that reading is something that everyone does in their native language. So why not in a foreign language? According to my feelings, according to my ideas, I recommend, and I talk to my friends about it, and I suggest that reading in a foreign language it helps develop different ideas, different conceptions, about how to learn a new language, how to study a new language. When you read, you are able to discover new books and authors that writes in a foreign language can teach you about the local culture and history and keep you motivated to continue learning. You are able to know the grammar and get great vocabulary, many words. It is amazing when you're trying to read in different language, in a target language, and you have a comprehension about this language. No matter what you are reading, just trying to read and understand the point of view and context. It will also improve your spelling, your writing at the same time. And I think that it is quite important. Reading is good for us when we are learning or developing a new language or creating new strategies to learn a new language. Reading demands your brain to be active instead of passive experience like watching television, watch some videos online, or you are constantly trying to make meaning of the context. So, in order to improving your comprehension skills, reading reinforce your vocabulary that you already know in a language, in a target language, and helps you collect a lot of words and a learning context at the same time. You get the meaning of the words and find out line by line when you're trying to read different histories. Let me show you. I have here an English book, and I want to demonstrate how I read that, and I believe that when you trying to read in a different language, you work your mind better, instead of trying to work a new language as a passive, just watching television programs or videos online on YouTube. So it's also nice because it is it's exercise, offline exercise and experience, because when you read you can look up new words whenever you need to read a sentence several times until it makes sense to you, and even back in the entire page again to look for the meaning that everything you got. So, but there are three principles that I do when I'm trying to reading in a foreign language. That the first is trying to understand the general idea about you're trying to read, trying to understand the general idea or that author trying to tell you about the history, trying to take the main ideas that come together to support some conceptions. The second point. The third point is trying to focus on some details, specific details, like who, what, when, where, how, of connect the text with line by line, and trying to discover what is, trying to find out what is the meaning about the history. What you can learn from reading in different languages, it is a master, is a test for you to get comprehension by asking you questions that you have read at the last time and construction some sentence in order to increase your levels, increase your potential of understanding line by line, chapter by chapter, and I'm trying to make some sense when you're trying to read page by page. You will be more ready when it comes time, page to page, and it makes sense when you're trying to read step by step, page by page, and following the rules. I believe reading, is quite important when you're trying to learn a new language. It is my advice. You can take a book that you like reading and trying to read page by page, following your rules. If you have audio at the book, you can listen and following the book page by page and trying to copy the accents and the reading at the same time. Listen and reading loud. Reading, trying to produce the same sound that you hear in your brain and try to absorb the knowledge from the book. So thanks a lot. I hope you guys take some tips about my instruction here. I'm not better than people that study language. What I'm doing is trying to attempt to share my conceptions as a self-taught. Thanks a lot.